I love the holidays. It's about bringing your friends and your family together. Now, for me personally, it's all about cooking. I cook for everybody. And I've had the kitchens here at Guys Big Bite graced with some of the best. Great chefs, great friends, family members. But today, today I got one of the best. I've been a fan of this guy forever. And once you see his swagger and feel his energy, you'll understand why everybody loves this dude. Ladies and gentlemen, Rev Run.
Beats to the rhyme. Yeah. We ready.
We've got a huge menu, some of our favorites, one of Rev's favorites, starting off with a roasted beef tenderloin, nice and tender, topped off with my habanero butter. I mean, you can't beat that. So are you a big filet person? Are you a big steak fan? Steak fan?
Love.
Anything you don't like to eat?
I don't eat,
Bad food?
right. I don't eat food that's not cooked right.
Okay, I like that. The filet, in my opinion, everybody appreciates the filet. Unfortunately, I think a lot of times people don't do the filet correctly. So we're going to do a technique, and this is something you'll be able to take home, just like along with those singing lessons you promised me.
Oh, yeah, I'll hook you up.
That
This
would
guy,
just
come
be
on,
a terrible thing.
Beat.
That would be a terrible thing.
Come on, you could do it,
The
man.
only-
I get you the hat and the chain.
listen,
We do tricky together.
That would be good. The hat and the chain only, but not the.
Come on,
I
we
don't
can
know
do
about
tricky, man.
The filet is this super tender piece of meat. And what happens with it is a lot of times people will try to grill it. And when you grill a filet, there's not enough fat in it to really bring any flavor to it. So what we're going to do here is take this filet, we're going to cut it in 4 equal portions. And then we're going to take it and we're going to start it in the oven. So a lot of times, this is the kind of meat, you see how there's not a lot of fat, but it's super, super tender. And the way that we want to do this is cook it with a sauce or cook it. So we're going to make this fantastic habanero butter. But the way we're going to start it is we're going to start by throwing it on this roasting rack.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to throw it in the oven. We're going to throw it actually in a cold oven. All I'm doing is taking the steaks, starting them in a cold oven, and as the temperature of the oven comes up, the temperature of the steak comes up at the same time. And the idea is to be able to get the steak cooked evenly all the way through. We call it coast to coast, one end to the other. So throw that in the oven right there, boss, about 150. And we're done with that. So what we did is we took a filet, cut it down into equal pieces, put it into a cold oven, okay? A real deal cold oven. Then, we get a little grapeseed oil down in here.
Right.
Then we put it into a cold oven and slowly brought the temperature of the oven up. And as we brought that oven temperature up, the steak temperature came up. So I pulled these right at 125 degrees. So now what we're gonna do is make sure that this pan is nice and screaming hot.
Wow.
There we go, okay?
I like that sound.
And then what we're gonna do, perfect, and that's the sound you should have. When you drop that into that oil, you should hear that sizzle, okay? We'll drop the steaks in here. Now we're gonna put a nice little crust on the outside. Season them simply, just with a little bit of sea salt, and then we're gonna add that habanero butter. We made this fantastic roasted garlic habanero butter that's just gonna rock the house. Okay, so I'm gonna finish these fillets. Give them one little flip there, Rev. You just flip them by hand.
Okay.
Just give them a little flip like that.
Got you.
Let me grab my platter here. Huh? You getting it going or what?
Got
Go
the crispy
ahead.
vibe.
All right, so what he's gonna throw that on top of here, I got some tongs for you, boss.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
What he's got there is some cremini mushrooms that we roasted off with some thyme and some rosemary and some fingerling potatoes. Finishing it with just a little bit of that butter. Pour that, all that beautiful brown butter and all that flavor right over the top of that, huh?
Oh
That's what I'm talking. I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm talking holidays right there. And then to top it off even a little bit further, how about a little dollop, Rev? Just go ahead and throw a little bit of this.
That's the
The habanero butter with the roasted garlic, fantastic. Let me get this over here.
Now this is a
Pasta.
holiday feast if I ever saw one.